E equals TF squared.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe class, Dark of the Moon, Wheeljack, parentheses, Q. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up top here, we have some lovely artwork of Mr. Einstein himself in his robot mode, in his alt mode, Transformers Studio Series, Dark of the Moon, Wheeljack, parentheses, Q. On this side, we just have the rest of the picture. He is a Deluxe class de lujo. On this side, we have Wheeljack again, parentheses, Q. Studio Series, bloody bloody. Out top, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Wheeljack, parentheses, Q. On the bottom, words, things, stuff. On the back of the box, we have your obligatory product shots, your little screenshot there from the movie, and your little one-sentence read-up if you want to read it in multiple languages. Hooray for languages. That's basically it for the packaging. Then moving right along here, we have Q, aka Wheeljack. He was referred to Q in the movie, so I tend to call him Q instead of Wheeljack, but on the packaging they call him Wheeljack, parentheses Q, call him whatever you want. But this is Q, as he appeared in Transformers Dark of the Moon. And here he is in his robot mode. He is packed in robot mode, and but let's get in closer so we can take a look not at that belly, but at the noggin. Woo, there's the noggin. There we go. Here we have Robo Albert Einstein. Clearly that's the look they were going for here. I do like the head sculpt. It's actually nicely detailed. He got his little glasses on and everything. His hair is nicely painted with some nice metallics there. That looks quite good. Can you guess what my main complaint about this figure is going to be? I think you already know. More paint. Needed more paint. Like, all of this would look so much better if it was painted in some nice silvers and gunmetal grays. There's supposed to be some little bits of gold in there as well. They did paint his little mustache there in the gold at least. His eyes are painted. But yeah, it would have been nice if there was some more color on this just to really pick out all those details, unfortunately. And it's quite funny to have a robot with male pattern baldness. That's also quite hilarious, but sculpting wise, it looks pretty good. You know, he's got his little wrenches and whatnot, his little utility belt that looks like a Cybertronian hairdryer there, but you know, some nice detailing. Just wish more of it was picked out in paint. You got a little bit of gold there. And, you know, not the cleanest bot mode here. His feet are not attached to his legs. That's a bit awkward. Yeah, not the cleanest robot mode here. You can see he has a lot of car parts just kind of hanging off of him. So he's very cluttered with car parts, unfortunately. So not the cleanest robot mode, but it is what it is. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm going to tell you. So the head is on a ball joint, but you don't really get any wiggly-waggly. He can't really look up. He can look down a bit. Head can rotate, but he does have a collar back there, and his chin kind of eventually just kind of collides with it, so that's pretty much as much rotation as you're going to get, but that's pretty much as you need, really. The arms are on the ball joint. They can rotate. You just kind of get around the shoulder pads there. You can do a full 360. Can move in and out. You got bicep rotation. You get a ball jointed elbow, so you have 90 degrees of bend there. You also have a hinge here, so technically a double jointed elbow. Now as far as the wrist, there's nothing at the wrist. The whole forearm is one solid piece, so basically this ball joint will be your wrist rotation if you need it. These little skirt pieces are on hinges, so they can move out of the way for you. He does not have a waist, unfortunately. There's no waist rotation, but the legs can move forward that far, back only about, this is not really that far at all before the backpack gets in the way, outward that far, thigh rotation. Get these out of the way. You get 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. As far as the feet, they can move up some. They can move down, and that's pretty much as far down as they go. And as far as the ankle tilted, you basically have to engage this whole transformation joint. So you have to shift this whole assembly in if you want some ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, he includes his little staff here. Not much to it. It's done in a dark gray plastic. And you get this right here. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. I don't know if it's a blaster or a tool of some kind. Not sure. Look, he was in the movie. He was barely in the movie. Then he got killed. His head fell off, and that was pretty much all we saw of him. You know, it's you know. But he comes with this. And that is everything you get with Q. Now, as far as storage goes, you can take this and it will peg onto the staff, and this tab will go into this slot right here. So you just plug that in. That just sits across his back, and there you have your storage. Hooray for storage. And of course, you can have him wielding his accessories. Now, unfortunately, the staff cannot go all the way through, so it can only go in but so far. That's pretty much it there. And then you can plug this into his other hand, and he can whack, whack, pew, pew, whack, whack, weld, weld, whatever. So that's things you can do if you want to do it. Another configuration you can do with these is you can take this, plug it in like so, just kind of have it angled out, and then you can take this post and plug it into his hand, and you can have that going on. Things you can do if you want to do it. So there you have that, and now for comparison. There he is with the Studio Series Dark of the Moon Prime. And here he is with the original Deluxe Dark of the Moon Q, or Wheeljack, whatever you want to call him. It's kind of a toss-up here. I mean, at this point, the term better is very, very subjective. I'm not sure which one is better. I do like the head sculpt on the Studio Series version more than the original. I think the head sculpt is definitely way better on the Studio Series version. But I might like the original better overall, but this one, as far as, you know, what detailing is there, you know, it is more screen accurate, but I don't know. I don't know. They both have their pros, they both have their cons. It's just kind of a toss-up for me. You tell me which one you like better. And lastly, but not leastly, here he is with our other live-action movie, Wheeljacks. So you can see how they all look together. So, there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tackle the backpack and get that out of the way. So first you want to rotate his shoulder pads up, and then you're going to come back here. And these side panels do kind of tab into these side windows here. So just kind of free that up and just bring those up, get those out of the way. You can take this windshield now and rotate that around. And then, if it hasn't done it for you already, you basically just untab the backpack here and just swing that up and get that out of the way. And then you just want to take these sections here, just rotate them forward, and that will allow you to swing these sections around. So just bring that forward so you have the clearance to swing that around, and we're just going to leave that hanging like that for now. So now for the legular region, we're going to just unclip the heel spur here and bring that up. You want to take this whole back assembly here and you want to rotate that in. You just want to rotate it in halfway so you can take the foot and swing it in, and then you want to swing this around the rest of the way. You don't want to rip his leg off. That's not supposed to happen. Just popped it off there. There you go. So rotate that around, and then you want to just bring that down. That will tab in. Now you have that side all done. Second verse, guess what? Just like the first. So just bring that heel spur up, rotate that section in just halfway, swing in the foot, and then bring it around the rest of the way. And then close that up. Once you have that done, get two halves and tab it all together. And there you have the back of the car. So now to get the arm situated, you want to rotate the arm 180 at the bicep and then rotate the forearm so the palm is facing up, and then you just engage all those joints. like so. So again, rotates, rotates, engage all those joints, and then bring the two halves together, and tab them together, and then you just shift it all back until it tabs in right there to make the roof, and you have it all sitting in there like that. So now you want to take this assembly here, bring it down. There's a post right there that will go into a port right there under the windshield. Just bring that down and just snap that all into place. And now you want to take this front grille assembly, rotate that down. Now these sections are on a double hinge, so you want to make sure that this double hinge is shifted back like so, so you can get all this lined up. I'll just get the other side situated now. So again, just rotate those hinges back so you can get everything lined up. They can get these side panels into place and just pop them right in. Get that popped right in, and then you take the front fender sections, and there's a little tab slot connection for them right up front. So just get everything lined up, pop them in, get everything nice and squozen, and there you go. There you have Q, aka Wheeljack, in his alt mode. Good spin out of the old man, but there he is in his alt mode. Yeah, a nice little blue Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, very simple. A little car mode here, but let's get in close so we can take a look at the detail. Of course, you have that Mercedes emblem right up front because branding. Gotta add that branding. And the front grille, actually nicely done. Headlights just picked out in silver. Have a little bit of a scratch there on this headlight. I don't know if I did that or it came out of the box like that. I'm not sure, but scratch there. You can see the rim has some silver going around them. That's nice. And the windshields and windows done in a very dark transparent plastic there. And the back tail lights actually picked out with red and silver. You got some silver there as well. The markings there. Model numbers and whatnot. Again, branding. And there is the top. There is the bottom. It does have visible. It's there. How you doing? It does roll as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with Prime. Here he is with the original Deluxe Dark of the Moon Q, aka Wheeljack, aka whatever you want to call him. So you can see how that works out. There you go, I'll give you the turnaround here. All the alt mode, so you can see what's going on. Who's who, where's what, when's why, and why's how. So you can see how that looks. And here he is with the jackies of other continuities here. Other live action continuities. So you can see how they all look together. So there you go. And as far as the accessories, you can store them on the alt mode. And again, just a case of plugging this into the staff. And then there's a slot right here on the side. You just take this, plug it all in right there. And there's your storage. Hooray for storage. It's not elegant, but hey, it's a place to put it. So there you go. So there you have Wheeljack parentheses Q. Yeah, I'm kind of a mixed bag of emotions when it comes to this figure. I don't know. Overall, he's just okay. I do like that he looks, more screen accurate, but as usual, could use a lot more paint. Figures like this are a customizer's dream because it's pretty much literally a blank canvas to work on. So great for customizers. But he's really clunky. He's really cluttered. Nice looking car mode, I'll give it that, but yeah, overall, he's alright. He's alright at best for me, but there you go. Now I picked this up from Amazon. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the Studio Series playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Dark of the Moon Wheeljack, parentheses Q, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Q, are you sure this new flight tech is going to work? Of course it's going to work. Have I ever steered you wrong? You have a history. But well, not this time. Alright, here goes nothing. Wreckers! But why are you calling them? I'm right here.